gotta start having some music.
Huh?
I gotta start having some intro music.
Oh.
Dun dun da dun dun da dun dun da dun 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 da dun dun da da dun dun
Why do you
dun
have
da
super
dun.
villain music every other movie?
It's actually that's super villain music. It's Star
Isn't
Wars,
that right?
but it's not super villain. They're the heroes, and I think that's what happens when the heroes come in. I don't know. It might be the villains too. I don't know. I don't watch it enough to know whose
That's what
music
I'm
that
like.
is.
Ooh.
But it sounds cool enough, and I feel that's a good intro.
Okay, because you think the evil people sound cool.
Dun, they always the coolest. Nobody, the non villains are never the coolest ones.
Oh.
Um, Jesus.
That could have been injury. Where is it coming from? Oh, it's coming from.
Oh,
Woof.
Jesus.
I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Sushi? Right.
How is let me see this good? How do I like this? I feel like it's gonna show that too much. Not too bad. This thing be screaming. I feel like I don't be normally on this.
You're the bottom of it.
Yes, it should be moved.
That's the laptop.
Oh. I'll put it here. Mm-mm-mm. So, what's going on, everyone? I know this stream is later in the week.
How open is it with Bird
What?
There's a lot of negative space above your head.
Pass me the other shirt. Is it over there? The burgundy one? What was I wearing? I have it in my hand.
You're still alive. No, it's not. I want you to think that she was like on the screen.
Oh.
I should have said I could still see you. There you go.
Mm.
I know. It's a prank, Donovan. It's a prank.
Ha ha ha. It was so funny. Do I need like a backdrop?
Huh?
I need to get like one of them green screens.
Me too.
No, I need
Remember
no
you
no
said-
no. I need one. Like, you don't.
No. What? What you need a green screen? What do you need a green screen for? What do you need a green
I
screen?
gotta have whatever I be talking about behind me. Yeah, like I was saying, this is the podcast is going up, or the live a little bit later in the week. The beginning of this week definitely was unplanned. I think you can't get more unplanned than what happened this week. So on Sunday, no, on Monday, I became an uncle. So my sister had her first. My oldest sister had her first baby or child on Monday, and it's a baby girl. Her name is Nayasha, so shout out to her. And before that, my sister had said if I text you an emoji, it was a hospital emoji. She said that means to come to the hospital, right? And I was like, all right, cool, I can do that. So there was a little bit of confusion with that because she had texted it to me on a day which was Sunday, which is the podcast day. and it was probably like 12 o'clock. I was moving kind of sluggish that morning to get to work, and I was, I think I had to melt tops in the morning, had to kind of prep some more stuff for the candles, just getting everything ready. I was just like, feeling real sluggish. So I told myself I'm still gonna make it to work. I'm still gonna get up. Whatever time I get there, I'm gonna just go and just sell or whatever. And we also had two packages to ship out that we had got from, I believe, was it a fair order?
Yes.
It was a fair order. So this is our second order we had on fair. It's kind of crazy. We got two orders on fair. That is a wholesale platform, and because the post office is closed on Sunday, I go to the city, or we'll go to the city, and they have one in the city that's open like on Sunday all week long or whatever. I think until like 9 o'clock on Sunday, something like that. So I'm on the train going to the city to drop off the package with the USPS, and then go from there to work in Washington Square Park. As soon as the train pulls into the station, I get a text of the hospital emoji, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, I have the cart. There's probably over 70 plus candles in there. I have the boxes. I have the table. I have the setup. I have the chair. I have a sign. I got paper, bags. I have my book bag, everything, right? And I'm like, how am I gonna get to the hospital? Because at this time, I wasn't really sure what she meant by hospital emoji. Because in my mind, I assumed it meant the baby's coming out right now. That's what I thought. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come to the hospital right now for the baby. So I told Melissa, I'm like, okay, she was about to go live and she's gonna do what she was doing. I'm like, listen, we're gonna leave. I'm gonna go drop this package off. I'm gonna get back on the train. I'm gonna come back home, drop off the cart and everything else, and you get dressed, and then we'll leave and go to the hospital. So she said, okay, cool. So as I'm getting, did I go back to the train? Yeah, like I said, it was such a weird day. I got off the train, and then I called Melissa. That's what happened. And I was gonna get back on the train, and then my mom called me. So I got off the train, got on a different train. The train leaving like 5 minutes, maybe even less. I'm sitting on the train. My mom calls me. She's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I'm just like, "Oh, thank you, thank you." Yeah, I do love the name. This is my first like baby, like in my life situation. I've never had a baby around me that was that young, that was this close to the family. I've never had nothing like that. So this is my first time seeing it. And I'll kind of tell you about how it went later. But I do love the name too. I love Nehasha. And I got on the train, and I'm sitting down on the train. I think I had my sandwich. I didn't even finish eating my sandwich, and my mom calls. She's like, "Oh, what's going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, Neffy told me she's having a baby, so I'm gonna go to the hospital." She was like, "What? She text you that?" I'm like, "Well, she sent me an emoji that means that it's a hospital emoji, so come to the hospital." My mom was like, "Listen, she's probably not having a baby anytime soon." And when she texted me that, it was probably maybe 1 o'clock or so, maybe like 12:30, and I'm like, "Really think so?" She's like, "Yeah, listen, I had two kids, so I've been through this. I know people that have kids. If she texting you that now, she's probably not having a baby for a while." So she's like, "Listen, just go do whatever you're gonna do, and then when you're done with that, then go to see her in the hospital." I'm like, "All right, cool, I can do that." So I go to the city. It's a Sunday. So far it seemed to be the busiest day in the week, which I love to say that because it now shows that I've been there enough to see the consistency of what days work, what kind of temperature it is, and the wind levels, and if it's rain, all those different things. Let me know if I'm gonna make a good amount of money. So Sunday has been the busiest day, and when it's a warm kind of Sunday, it also seems to be even better. So I'm kind of excited to get down there. I set up, and I'm like, all right, cool. So Sunday was great. Sunday happened to be a great day. I think I did like 17 sales. I might have sold like 20 plus candles or so, something like that. So it was a good day. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I think I finished around like 7, and I set all the table. I pack up the chair, the papers, the painted vessels, the candles, the samples, the tablecloth, everything, the bags, the boxes, everything. I pack it up into the cart and I start heading back home. So I'm like, all right, I think I probably got home at like 8 or 9 o'clock. And I said, and it's Sunday. And mind you, the podcast is on Sunday. So I'm like, okay, what are we going to do for Sunday as far as a podcast? I wasn't really sure if I was even going to go when I got home just because I'm not really I was trying to figure out what exactly was happening. Where in the process was she of having a baby? Was it something that, you know, could it, I've seen movies where it's like, oh, this baby, I was in labor for, 15 hours or 20 hours or a day and a half, whatever the case might be. So when I was texting my sister, I'm like, okay, what are the signs, or when should I know like what's going on, right? So I wasn't really getting any responses back. And then I talked to my mom. She has said that my sister had like her water didn't break necessarily. It kind of like popped, which again, this is all new to me. Didn't know these even things. So if it pops, it's like, or it leaks. I'm not popped. It leaks. It could. Well, it doesn't feel like it's funny enough. But you may think that your water broke, even though it didn't. So my mom told me that's what happened. I said, okay. So what are we looking at? When I finally got text back from my sister, it was that she was in labor, right? But the baby wasn't really close to being born. So she was at like, I think 6 to 10 diameter in terms of like, yeah, I know about baby, how wide you got to be for baby to come out. And they said at 10 is when you can actually, or that's when the baby's really coming out. So I'm like, okay, what are we talking about? Like, how long does this process take? So she wasn't actually texting me because she's actually, in labor. It was her husband was texting me. So I'm like, all right, like what's the time? So they said every 3 hours it might be like 2 centimeters, something like that. Or that's the pace that she was on. So according to that, it seemed that she would probably have the baby. She was at 6, so they said around like 12 o'clock. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's basically 8 or 9 o'clock now. We might as well just watch some anime and then just go over there. Now, before that, funny enough, my mom had called me, and I was just like, I'm not really sure how this is plan this. So we had kind of talked about maybe going over there in the morning after the baby is born, while she, kind of gets acclimated with her new child. But I had the feeling she wanted me to come, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna come. And that's when I go back to the cervix dilated distance. So it's probably, I think we got the text of maybe like 12, no, probably like 11:30 or 11ish that she had hit the 10 centimeter mark. So like, all right, cool. So me and Melissa got dressed or redressed, got in the Uber and headed over there. Now this is my first time like ever. I don't know how many people have ever. Y'all probably have had babies, so y'all already know firsthand experience. Because I've never been around a situation like this, my only reference point is pretty much television, whether it's documentaries, movies, TV shows. That's kind of my reference point for it, and maybe kind of what I've heard from other people secondhand. So, a couple things that I guess we'll call mythbusters, right? This could be my sister. I don't know if everybody operates this way, but when she was pushing, and she was like, I guess screaming, if you want to call it that. I wouldn't really call it screaming. I thought that it would be more like what you see in movies, like like I thought it was more like that. It wasn't like that. It was more like if I gave you something really heavy to hold and you were like trying to hold it up. Like it felt more like that. Like you were trying to muster up the energy to push something out. That's more or less what the scream felt like. It didn't really sound like as painful of a scream. It more so sounded like that. So that's the first one. The second one was, in my mind, when I thought of a birth, I'm thinking like, in a movie they might have like their legs kind of like bent like this, and like my head will be the cervix, right, or the uterus. So I thought it'd be more like that, more I don't want to call it pleasant, but more aesthetic, I guess. Maybe that's the right word. It didn't look like that. They had one leg up here, one leg over here, and they were just trying to get the baby out. So I was like, okay, didn't expect that. Mind you, I wasn't in the room specifically. There was like a curtain I could kind of see over the curtain, so I was trying not to look too much, but like just seeing what's going on. So that was the second thing I saw. Third thing I saw, or I heard, which I thought was interesting, was the baby crying. Now, as you know, Okay. I guess I could be called a YouTube creator or content creator, something in that form, right? And I bring that up because I've had to make and edit a lot of videos. So because of that, I now kind of look at TV shows are not real, right? How many like footsteps aren't actually real? Like even the sliding of a door might be fake. A lot of the sounds are just not real, right? The funniest one to me are the baby sounds because those I feel like are the most obvious. Depending on how you're looking at the baby, like what the scene might be.
It's
But
plugged in, right?
what is?
The laptop.
Uh, yeah, yeah. So with the baby, it did not sound like a baby crying. So that was another strange thing to me. It sounded more like a baby making a sound. Like like I don't know how to really describe it. It sounds like a person making a baby sound as opposed to a baby actually crying. So like wah ah ah. Like, that's what it sounds like. It don't sound like what you would think a baby would sound like crying. It just sounds like a sound, like almost like yelling, almost in a sense, which I thought was interesting. Um, and so yeah, so those were my three like MythBusters that I saw, right? So then the baby came out. I was standing by the door while it happened. I got to see her again. My first time seeing the baby. I guess one more MythBuster would be that babies are pretty big. I don't know why my brain I thought babies was like the size of like a cell phone or something. Like I thought like a baby come out is like this big or something, and then you like hold it like this, like a kitten. That baby was like bigger than a football. Like that was a pretty large baby. I think it was like 6 pounds 7 ounces. So to me, I really just thought that babies would be a lot smaller. I'm like, oh, this is like a person. Like this is the actual person that you have that's just really small. So that was something that was kind of cool to see. She has a very beautiful eyes, very big eyes. Um, but yeah, I think me and her had a moment personally. So when she came out of the body of my sister, she was on the table still, not the table. She was on the chair or bed or whatever it is, and they brought the baby over next to me, not next to me, but like in the area that I was at. I was next to the door, and I could see the baby over the curtain, right? So I'm looking, I'm like peeking over, and me and Ayasha was like, dude, locked in. Was like, she was looking at me, I was looking at her. She was looking at me, I was looking at her. And we was having a moment. We was having like a moment. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of crazy. But and another thing too, I thought was interesting, and I kind of always had a theory about this when it comes to babies. I guess humans, mostly babies, based off of my experience when I was a baby, from what I can remember at very young ages. I think there's a high level of intelligence in babies, right? And I don't mean in comparison to like a human being that's been to school or has lived life or whatever. But I think with babies, the problem that they have is they can't communicate, but they can definitely sense what's around them. They can like see that you're a thing, that they're a thing. You see them, they see you. They're kind of analyzing you to analyze like, oh, that what is that thing? Is that a light? Like I feel they ask themselves these questions, but in whatever the language that they are is native to them, and I think over time they learn how to communicate what they are thinking into words that we now can understand. But I don't think that they are just like a ball of spaghetti or something. Like I feel like if you look at somebody that might be brain dead, I feel like they are very different than a baby, right? And you would think that a baby wouldn't be that aware, or at least that's what I would think. But that definitely disproved that. Like, well, it reinforced the idea that I think that babies are just very, very, very young and small human beings, and that is why me personally, when I have my kids, I am gonna talk to them like they're adults. I'm not talking to my kids like they're children. I don't think there's a reason to do that at all. I really don't even know why anybody does that. To be honest with you, but I feel like it would just benefit them as a child to talk to them as an adult, because if they're gonna speak English, they might as well get used to hearing the language more often, like actual articulated words, as opposed to whatever baby sound somebody might make or wee, whatever they might do, right? So I think that that was interesting to see from the baby, and it just kind of felt like, I don't know, I can't really describe it. It really felt weird because I can't. It's so strange. So it's not a baby. It's a person. That's the weirdest. It's like a very small person, and when it was in the room and there, I didn't get like this is a baby necessarily. I kept getting like, oh, there's another very small human being that is very very young on the table. Like that was really it. Which I thought was, I don't know why, I just thought like a baby, you might see it and go, oh my god, it's a baby. Look how cute the baby, or something like that, right? No, it wasn't that. I would say that later on, because that was on Sunday. That was Monday night actually. She was born at 12:18 a.m. She's an Aries, so shout out to all the Aries out there. And I think her moon rising is a Virgo or sun rising. I don't know. Y'all figure that out. That's for y'all. It was really just a different experience from what I thought it might be when I saw it. It's almost like a disassociation from it. Like it seemed, I thought it would be more, I guess, fantasy. It felt more realistic. Like, oh, there's a baby here. Okay. Like there's a small person here. Like, okay, that's interesting. So I wonder what it felt like to watch the baby come out. I wonder if that makes it feel any different. If I looked at you having a baby, I'm like, wow, there's a person coming out of Melissa right now. That'd be like, there's actually a whole head and shoulders coming out of there. And that's another thing too. I'll be wondering. This is one of my I wouldn't call it a fear, but just curious. How do you look at a baby come out of the woman that you are with and look at the vagina the same way? Right? How does that work? Because I'm like, I've only seen movies and stuff, but I'm like, if I'm doing my thing, right, will it cross my mind again, like, wow, there was a baby that came out of here, and I saw it. I mean, wonder, do I even want to see it? I don't know. I feel like I would want to see it, 'cause I don't want to miss it, but would I scar myself from seeing it? I don't know. So I'll be thinking about that, because I'm like, well, that just also seemed very realistic to me. I'm like, oh, wow, like, it's getting wide. Okay, there's a head. I see the head. Okay, head's coming out. All right, it came out. Like, and that's it. They make it seem so big of a deal on TV, but it didn't feel like that at all. It just felt like it didn't feel that big of a deal. So I'm wondering if I see it come out, I'm just like, oh, okay, it's getting wider. Okay, there's a baby in there. All right, it's out, and we're done. All right, wrap it up, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We can finish this another day. So that's something I find is very interesting with the baby. So let's see. What else? How did that day end? So she was born at 12:18. Personal thoughts when it comes to the environment of a baby being born. I've always read that the whole lights on them is not good, which I kind of felt like I noticed with her. And then something else I learned too. So when a baby is born, they put antibiotics in their eyes. Now I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that personally. Um, because I felt like her eyes were fine, and she was kind of like just looking around, and then they put stuff in her eyeballs, and after that, her eyes were closed the whole time, like leaking antibiotics out of her eye into her ears, going into her nose, coming down her mouth, and her eyes weren't open anymore. And I was just kind of like, that doesn't seem like the best way to go about that, but according to them, they always tell you, oh, this is so the baby doesn't get sick or something, right? They tell you that it came out of a vagina and there's bacteria in the vagina, and you don't want the bacteria to get on the baby's eyes and all other nonsense. Again, I don't want to. I mean, that's how I feel. But in the moment, would I be the person that's like, don't put that in my child's eye, and my child's blind or something? Like I don't. I have to really like do more research into that. But I was not a fan of what I saw in that moment. But other than that, I feel like it was a pretty cool experience. We stayed at my mom's house that night, so we stayed at the hospital until like 5. We went to my mom's house, slept there until like 9 or 10 or something like that. Then we went to go eat. Then this is Monday, by the way. Then we came back to the hospital, and now I got to actually hold her. I was holding the baby, and again, I've never held a baby this young before, so this is new to me. I'm like, all right, I'm holding this baby up. I'm like, all right. I also want to say, I believe I'll be an amazing, phenomenal father. I think it's in my soul, in my DNA to be a dad. I think it's been in there for probably like I'm 29, so I'd probably say like 17 to 22 years. I feel like I've always had the dad vibe with children. I've always been good with children anyway. So I'm being good with like pets, children, just all of those kind of things that fall in that category. I've been good with. So I just feel like I have that connection with the baby, right? So I'm holding her where like she like looking, and he was crazy too. So when she was first, well, not when she was born, but when I was holding her, right, she was asleep, kind of sleeping, right? And I'm like, Nayasha, she woke up. She looking at me. Didn't cry not one time. She looked at me. Eyes were just like, oh my God, that's my uncle, right? She was looking at me in the face. I'm looking at her, picking up in the air like this. I'm kind of holding her like this. We're playing like, I'm doing like the, what do they call them? Kind of like, not tests. I guess you call it like cognitive test maybe. Like I want her to follow my hand. Like I put my finger over here. I'm like, okay, follow my finger. Okay, follow my finger this way. Go up, follow it up this way. Cause everything with the child, in my opinion, again, is you just want them to learn what they have to learn from being an adult as early as possible. So if you want them to learn to be strong, when I have a baby, my baby will have weights. They'll have like 1 pound vests. They'll be crawling in 1 pound vests. We'll be doing like fake push-up games and track running and house game because it's never too early to start your baby to become ready to be in society. Like it's never, hey, what's up, Nasia? Good evening, good evening, good evening. There's never too late, I feel like, to start your baby off on that. So I'm doing all the psychology games. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. I want you to learn how to use your fingers. I want you to have good hand-eye coordination. I want to put my finger out so you touch it. So now you can because it's all building hand-eye coordination, foot-eye coordination. You start learning like how your body moves and things like that. I want to start as early as possible. So I was doing that with her. It was fun. Another thing that was interesting too was, do you think if I took my shirt off, she tried to nurse like?
If you took your shirt off?
Yeah. You think she would try to suck my nipple?
Probably not.
So, okay, the reason I asked that is because...
If she's hungry, maybe.
Oh, well, that's a lot. I felt like... Because, again, like I said, I'm trying to train the baby at a young age. Hey, what's going on? So, when she was laying on my chest, right? She was kind of like trying to crawl up my chest, but only with her arms. But again, like I said, that's a good sign because we're starting off very young. This is our first time stretching our arms out. So we're practicing. This is a workout. In the gym, this is a mountain climb workout right here. So just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. So I was getting a feeling that she wanted me to like bring her closer to me. I'm like, okay, cool. We're communicating. You do this, I will bring you closer to me. So mine, she's probably like, she's not even a day old yet, which is insane. Right. She might be like 12 hours or 16 hours old, something like that. So I'm bringing her to me and she's like, laying on my chest and kind of like starting to fall asleep. But I'm like, okay, I want to see where her cognitive level is at. Like, how good is she? What does she really think? Like I said before, I really believe that babies are just small humans that don't have the ability to communicate like we do. That's all. So I wanted her to get used to like doing this motion means like I'm gonna bring closer to me, stuff like that. So that was fun. We were chilling in the house in the hospital room. And then I think we left there. What time was it? Like 7? I feel like we left kind of late from there.
Yeah, we did leave. I think we left probably around like 6. I'd say.
So yeah, we left for probably around 6. Got home maybe 7:30 or so, and it was a cool experience for me to have my first niece. I'm 29, having my first niece. So again, it's all cool, and I keep telling my sister because she wants to keep giving me the child. Like, oh, I'm gonna bring it to you in Washington Square Park. I'm gonna bring it to your house for you to watch it. I'm like, listen. Until that baby is a sentient baby that like is fully cognitive, basically talk. I'm not watching that baby by myself. You will not be having like you're not gonna bring me a baby that they saying things like, oh, if it gets too much sunlight, it might die. I don't need that. I need it to be a certain age where I'm like, okay, the baby won't die by just regular atmospheric things. Like, oh my God, the temperature was 2 degrees too low and now the baby's foot is frozen solid. I don't want none of that. So when a baby is like wearing shoes, like, doing more things, maybe bring it over to me. But after the first, honestly, like I said, first year, I feel like I should have the baby by myself. I don't want the baby by myself.
You can have a baby at like 6 months.
Who is you can have a baby at 6 months? Who is that? Me? No.
You can babysit a 6-month old baby.
What does that mean? What does that even mean?
That they just chilling, they just sleep.
That's what you.
get fed.
How you know?
That's,
You babysit a 6-year-old small baby
yeah, remember when I would go
by yourself?
Aiden? Yes.
I don't remember that.
Oh, now you don't remember.
You
that.
was-
Now you don't remember when I would go watch Aiden.
By yourself and nobody was in the house?
I was by yes. Why you think I was? Why you think I was there?
What you was doing with the baby?
What do you mean what I was doing with the baby? We was
That question is
chilling.
very specific. What were you doing with the baby?
Aiden was a little bit of tummy time, and then mostly
What's tummy
sleeping.
time? What does that mean?
On their belly.
See? What they die? I can't. No.
Oh my.
So I don't got time for that. I don't got time. That should be my bar. If your baby can't sleep by itself, it's too young for me. That's what I need. If your baby can roll over and die, can I take a nap or something? No, I don't need that. I don't want that to be on my conscience. I took a nap, the baby rolled over, and now the baby can't breathe. I can't. No, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not. I don't want to be involved in nothing like that.
Babies have more resilience.
They literally die from doing that. What you mean? Like you get suffocated by their own hat and they scarf and die. I don't have. I can't. I can't do that. Then you gotta find out. I don't want to also be the parent or the uncle that find out what they're allergic to either. I don't want to be like, oh, by the way, Neffy, your child allergic to hot sauce. I spilled some on their arm and now it's inflamed. I don't want to be that person. I don't want no parts of any of that. So when the baby is, like I said, it should be able to walk before I start watching it. That's how I feel. Like that should be the sign. Crawling? Was Aiden crawling at 6 months?
Aiden, a little bit.
So then that's too early. You said a little bit. I need the baby to be like, where'd that baby go? I need to no.
That's even worse.
That's
No?
fine.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Why not?
Because that's when they start doing mischievous.
That's
things.
fine.
That's not.
I can
fine.
handle that. I'm a good parent.
How?
I'm gonna be attentive.
You gonna fall asleep? Like you said.
Right, but they won't die.
That's what you think.
If I put them in, a
You
crib,
gonna go in the bathroom. You gonna come out. The baby's gonna be rocking on the TV stand.
sure. Well, that's fine.
No, it's not. Cause if it's
I will
not.
tie them to something. And that's walking. That's not crawling. I'm talking about like I'm moving around the playpen area. That's what I'm talking about. But
I think you could deal. I think you could deal because that's another thing too. You don't want to deal with the baby that's too old because when they're in that middle stage, that's when they're the most mischievous.
that's fine with me. I like that.
Oh my gosh, that's when they start crawling out the crib.
I like that.
Okay, alright.
That's the most. I like that because here's why I like it. Right.
Okay.
Because I feel like my energy and my aura could change the baby from doing things like that. I feel like mischievous babies, they need things to do. I'm a doer. I want to let's go and do something. Let's hang out. What am I gonna do with a 2-month-old baby? I'm gonna take the baby and do what? I'm gonna walk around. It's a backpack at that point. I'm bringing it around.
Like, what was y'all doing? You found something to do. She was following your hand. Y'all was doing it's the same thing.
But I got things to do. I can't do that all day. I can't be just moving my finger around all day for the baby. It's not gonna work. So that, like I said, I think if the baby could die from falling asleep, that's probably too young for me. If you don't know all the allergies or most of the allergies, that's too young for me. What else? If the baby needs to be breastfed, that's too young for me. I need the baby to have.
Could be best friend for like up to 2 years.
No. What I'm saying is there are times where they're like, you have to breastfeed. Do not give me a baby if you have to breastfeed still. The baby should have already been doing bottles and stuff before you give it to me. Cause I'm gonna pull a breast out of to give the baby to drink milk. So I'm gonna use the bottle, and they have to already have been bottle trained. Everything else I think I should be pretty good with. So that was why the podcast didn't go up on Sunday, and then also Monday because it was that day. Then Tuesday I went outside to sell, which was an okay day. Hey, what's up, princess? So I wasn't really sure how it was gonna go on Tuesday because I have bought some new things for selling outside.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Listen, yeah, like I said that. I know my limits when it comes to a baby. But see, okay, you saying they were pumped up. That's the thing. So right now, right, Princess could attest to this, right? So when I was in the hospital, I'm gonna come back to this, but they were like, "Oh, you shouldn't be right." So they were like, "You shouldn't breastfeed." No, they said you shouldn't bottle feed for a certain amount of time. I think it's like a month, maybe like 6 weeks, right?
Like 3 weeks.
So they said the reason why, again, I'm in the hospital picking up all this stuff. They were like, "Oh, if you bottle feed the baby too early." Now this sounds even crap. I'm like, I was like, they said if you bottle feed the baby too early, the baby will confuse a nipple for the bottle cap, and they might not want to breastfeed off of you, right? I'm like, that's stupid ass baby. I'm like, between that they said, and the baby could be missing a nipple. I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't. I was in there like, this is too much. I'm learning all these things. I learned that. I learned cluster feeding. Yeah. Right? See, nipple confusion. Right? See, exactly. See, she know what I'm talking about. She had a baby, so she heard it. So now don't you breastfeed it, but they telling you can't do it. You bottle feed it, and they telling you can't do it. It's too early, and you'll give me the baby, and I gotta call you like the baby making these sounds, and I don't have no milk for the baby. You're gonna come drive an hour and a half over here to give me milk, to give the baby milk. We're doing too much. That's why I said let the baby be like mature a little bit, and then we could kind of ease me in. And honestly, if we being honest, it should only be like an hour or 3 at the beginning. Like, don't be like, all right, here's a baby for. You know what's funny about that, Princess? So this is what I was gonna say earlier. The funny thing to me, we were watching a show, one of the greatest shows of all time. It's called Jane the Virgin. Okay, I stand by it. It is hands down one of the greatest shows I've ever watched in my entire life. Now, in the show, they're having a baby, right? And they were talking about cluster feeding because the guy who was with the girl, he's trying to like get in cool with the family. So he like read books on stuff to help the family out with the baby. And he comes in late at night like, oh, I can solve your problem. It's cluster feeding, right? And I'm like, ooh, I heard about that. And I feel like I'm in tune with them now. When I first watched it, I didn't even know what that was. But now I get it. So for those who don't know, okay, my sister is currently going through cluster feeding at this very moment. Like at this moment, we talked to her on the phone this morning. She was like, it's a lot. So she has to Nayasha eats for 15 minutes, right? Or gets breastfed for 15 minutes. And then she will sleep or so for like 45 minutes and then have to eat again after that. So we're talking about basically every hour she needs to be eating, right? And my understanding of cluster feeding is the baby is trying to make your breast produce milk, so they want to drink more of it so you can produce more milk. So they pretty much just bullshitting at that point. You're trying to get milk out of you for the whole time. Listen, I'm telling you that, yeah. I couldn't imagine. I'm like, how do you sleep? She was like, sleep? I ain't sleep. I'm like, what you mean? She's like, yeah, I slept for like 45 minutes intervals and just take a nap and the baby come wake back up. I feed it again. I'm like, whoo. See, and when I watch the movies make me think that the baby's got to be like held and you got to like show a toy to the baby. That's why they're making noise. They never say in the movies as cluster feeding. They never say that. The movies never say that part. Like, oh, that's why the baby is crying. They don't say that. So, in my brain, I thought, oh, if my baby is crying at night, I just got one of them crying ass babies. That's what I figured, right? Not knowing that probably all the babies in the beginning are doing that so that they can get more milk or whatever. So again, I'm learning this stuff. I'm like, oh, this is all interesting, cool, stuff. But still, shout out to all the women out there having babies. Not getting no sleep. If I don't sleep, I am a different person. I need my sleep, and that whole 45-minute thing. And here's the crazy part about it too. I can't even help. As a dad, what I'm gonna do? I can't breastfeed. I'm gonna wake you up to breastfeed. I can't. I literally can't. Ooh.
You birthed the baby.
What that mean?
So that way she don't have to.
You burp it, but you burp while you feeding it. Why? No, I guess not.
No.
I guess. Oh wow. And then, can you breastfeed while you're sleeping?
No.
Why not? Cause like,
you just go hold the baby up to my
cause
nipple.
right. Like, what if you go to sleep and I bring the baby over to you and just kind of hold it there and you just sleeping? I feel like, but you know why I think it wouldn't work? Because my sister told me that it's not as comfortable. So you might not be able to actually sleep because the baby is like pulling on your nipple like this, like this. Oh, so you can. Okay. So, yeah. So yeah, anybody out there, there's a little tip. You can sleep while you breastfeeding. See, okay, all right. Okay. I can help out now. I'll be like, all right, go to bed, baby. I'm gonna hold the baby to your nipple, and you can just sleep. I'm gonna be playing Xbox or something, PS4, just like holding the baby. But yeah, so like to that was my experience with my first baby. I'll keep you updated as how it goes. My sister is incessant on telling me she gonna bring the baby to me in the park so I can watch it, and I'm like, no. I'm like, that's fine if you want to be in a park with me. Do not leave me in no park with that baby. And then, like I said, a pigeon come and take the baby eyeball out. Nope. It is her first baby, her first ever baby, numero uno. So, and honestly, it's technically the first baby of our generation, like in our family, because she's the oldest sister. Like, so there's her. Then my other sister was like a year younger. Then I have like my cousin who's like a little bit older than me, and then I have everybody's younger than me, and nobody has kids yet. So she's literally like, okay, this is the oldest oldest niece, or whatever they call it, I don't know. So what happened? So then, also I was saying earlier, I'm trying to figure out how to set up in the park when it's windy, because, thank you. Last one. Listen, you got a 5 minimum. 5 minimum. You gotta have a big house. You know, that's gotta get to 5, maybe even 7. You know, okay. I have a question too. Do you feel like it was like pushing the baby out was hard? That's the wrong question. The wrong question. Okay, hold on. What's the right question? Because I from the outside looking in, it just seemed like the movie don't portray it properly. But yeah, so I'm be asking people who have babies all the time, like, hey, when you had a baby, what's it like?
I don't think anyone's gonna tell you it was easy.
I mean, that's why it's a hard question, because it's like it's not easy, but I also feel like
it's doable. They did it
right, exactly.
But that doesn't mean that what that I don't know what answer you're trying to get with that question.
Because I guess when my sister did it, I felt like. I guess in the movie they be wiping their head they be wiping their forehead with sweat. They be like, oh my god, whoo, shit. They be like, all right, here, go again, push, and they be sweating and crying and stuff. Okay. See, okay, yeah. Cause I'm like, they really be in there going through it, squeezing the person's hand. They're like, oh, my hand gonna break. Oh my god, I'm sweating. They gotta go in there for 14, 15 hours and going back and forth. So, like I said, when the time comes, y'all will see me. I'm a live stream when Melissa is giving birth. I'm like, it's almost here, guys. Push, Melissa, push. They want to see it, push. So y'all will be there for that. That would be funny. How many live streams? They got to be some of those on YouTube. They got to be some. Let me check real quick. They got any of those on YouTube. Live stream.
At that point, it's so painful and survival.
Birth.
And you just want it out. I didn't do all of that screaming, but I was in pain. Right? Yeah. Like I don't know who would tell you.
Oh really?
Really?
Oh, about to go check that out.
Right.
Let me see.
I feel like you'd be hard pressed to find someone. I was only in labor for 10 minutes.
Which one do I press? This one?
To share the screen.
Yeah.
You would make you see the first one that says dominant only.
Yeah.
Turn the eyeball. Click it, and then click the eyeball for the second. No. Yeah. You see the first one
Okay.
that says dominant only.
Let's see.
Turn the eyeball. Is that TNG? The eyeball for the second.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a vlog of having my oldest, who is now 5. Oh. Okay, let me see.
Is that TNG?
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a vlog of having my oldest, who is now 5. Oh. Okay, let me see. 33,000 followers is crazy. Okay, let's see. Oh, you posted recently. I haven't seen it. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a vlog of having my oldest, who is now 5. You can search videos on YouTube. Okay, let me see. 33,000 followers is crazy. Okay, let's see. Oh, you posted recently. I haven't seen it. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh. You see it? It's a thumbnail. It's a thumbnail. Search videos on YouTube. 156,000 views. Melissa, you gotta have a baby. Okay, let's see. You gotta get you a baby. Oh, you posted recently. You gotta get you a baby, Melissa. 156,000 views is crazy. Why is it no sound?
On Saturday.
It's a thumbnail. Search. 156,000 views. Melissa, you gotta have a baby. Okay, let's see. You gotta get you a baby. Oh, you posted recently. You gotta get you a baby, Melissa. 156,000 views is crazy. Why is it no sound? Right now.
On Saturday, December 16,
156,000
2017, out.
views. You gotta have a baby. Let's see. You gotta get you. I'm you watching the stream. So what do you see on the stream? You gotta get you a baby, Melissa. 156,000 views is crazy. Why is it no sound? Right now.
On Saturday, woke up to contractions and so much pressure. I called my doctor's office. They told me to head to labor and delivery ASAP. This is the story of how I came to hold my heart in my hands. The amazing Avery. On Saturday, woke up to contractions and so much pressure. I called my doctor's office. They told me to head to labor and delivery ASAP. This is the story of how I came to hold my heart in my hands. The amazing Avery. Woke up to contractions and so much pressure. I called my doctor's office. They told me to head to labor and delivery ASAP. This is the story of how I came to hold my heart in my hands. The amazing Avery. Woke up to contractions and so much pressure. I called my doctor's office. They told me to head to labor and delivery ASAP. This is the story of how I came to hold my heart in my hands. The amazing Avery. Woke up to contractions and so much pressure. I called my doctor's office. They told me to head to labor and delivery ASAP. This is the story of how I came to
It's a small
hold my
world.
heart in my hands.
It's a very small world out here.
Woke up to contractions and so much pressure. I called my doctor's office. They told me to head to labor and delivery ASAP. This is the story of how I came
It's
to
a small
hold my
world.
heart in my hands.
It's a very small world out here.
Woke up to contractions and so
What do I hear?
I called my doctor's office. They told me to head to labor and
It's a small world. It's a very small world out here. Hold on. Can't hear you. What you said? What do I hear? The bottom. Here? Okay. It's a very small world out here. Hold on. Can't hear you. What you said? What do I hear? The bottom. Let's see. Here? Okay. I'm hearing the stream.
Okay, so then you see
Can't hear you. What you said? What do I hear?
this is monitor and output.
The bottom. This?
To the right.
Here?
You see this is the wait, you see output. So put it on monitor.
I'm hearing the stream.
Okay, so then it's
Can't hear you. What you said? What do I hear?
this is monitor and output. Do you still hear me?
This?
To the right.
Here?
You see this?
Yes.
So it's output. So put it on monitor.
I'm hearing the stream.
Okay, so then it's
Can't hear you. What you said? What do I hear?
this is they all say monitor. Do you still hear me?
This? Oh, I hear. I know why I hear it. Because this. I'm hearing the stream. Okay, so how to set up a craft fair table and just. Let's see. All right. Maybe I can hear the sound.
So
Okay,
today is Saturday, December 16th, and look where
What?
I can't hear you.
Why you can't hear it?
You got headphones on.
Did you hear it before on there? How can I hear it?
No, I'm just. If I play this out loud, it might cause feedback.
Just play it low.
Okay.
We are.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes.
Oh man, listen. I remember hearing about the other stuff too, where they were saying how back in the day they used to bring the baby out the room. I was telling Melissa, I wish someone would tell me, hey, let me get your baby and let me leave with it. Man, I would have beat up every single nurse in the room. I don't care what excuse you either had to arrest me. What you mean you gonna take my baby for what? And I can't come with it? No, that's crazy. Nope. So now they put it in this little thing right here that you saw in the video. Right here, they put it in this now.
Yes. Oh. We have been admitted into the hospital.
So I'm just curious, Princess. Did you do your makeup for this video? Or to give birth? Because my sister definitely was like, I'm gonna have my hair done, my nails done. I don't think she had a makeup on, but she definitely, I'm gonna get my everything done before I have the baby. Is that like a common thing? I thought, like I said, I feel like it's supposed to be more surprised. Like, oh my God, I'm in the middle of sleeping and I'm having a baby. Right, obviously not. Obviously I was wrong. Obviously I got it wrong. Because everybody just be looking like, I woke up like this. This is just how I walk around every day.
And baby Avery will be making
nothing? Wow, crazy.
Sometime very soon. My water has not broken yet. Oh, or maybe it. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if you heard that. So I said earlier that my sister said that her water had leaked, right? And my mom had told me, she said, there's a huge difference. She was like, when it broke. It feels like someone just like opened up a whole bunch of like a bag of water from you. So it's a very big difference. So I just think it's funny that she's talking about it. She's like, yeah, I think it did. I'm not sure. But my mom was like, nah, like like there's no, you're not sure. It explodes.
What's happened? I don't know what that was. I'm scared to look.
Nobody want to worry about that. You about to be out of commission for a little minute.
What you mean? You having a baby? About to be in the house for the rest of like 6 months.
Okay.
What you getting all done up? Why you getting done up for?
Because you may not want to do your hair, or you may not want to.
Well, you go do your hair for what? I mean, like I said, she does YouTube, so I kind of understand. But like on a regular, you just.
It's not even just YouTube. Like doing your hair is kind of maintenance. It's gonna get mad. It's gonna get knotted if you don't want the. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah,
I want to put my hair away.
Y'all could have. Yeah, I feel like there's other stuff y'all could do. There's other things I guess. I never had a baby, so I
But
don't
I'm
know.
having contractions.
When I have a baby, I'll let you know.
4 centimeters dilated, and my cervix is already almost gone anyway because
Cervix
of
almost
my
gone. What does that mean?
condition. My short
cervix,
cervix.
Her cervix almost gone.
If you didn't know
Yeah, that's short
about it,
cervix.
it's in one of my previous vlogs, and I'll link that vlog down below so you can hear about my trials and tribulations of pregnancy. So yeah.
Hey.
About to have a baby. Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Hey babe, you want to say anything to Avery?
What's up, Avery? Hey, love you. You're getting a spanking today just because you've been causing so much anxiety. So you're getting your first whipping. Out of the womb.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. First whipping. Love you. I've been talking to you. Your stomach. And you move a lot whenever I talk to you. So.
Oh man, that's another thing too. I thought it was funny.
Connection already.
Man, Melissa showed me a picture or a video of babies kicking in the stomach. And again, Mythbuster. I always thought that kicking the stomach was like them stretching like, good morning, Mom. That's what I thought. It's more like that skit of Rick James on Dave Chappelle saying, fuck your couch. It's more like that. It's a lot closer to that. You almost lost her. Oh my goodness. I went into preterm labor and spent the majority of my pregnancy in the. Jeez. When you say the majority, like how many months is that? Or how many weeks is that? That's crazy.
feel? Nervous? Excited?
I'm gonna pull up the skit for everybody to see. That's my. Let me see.
Yeah, I remember grinding my feet in Eddie's couch.
You remember why you did it?
Because Eddie could buy another one.
Fuck your couch, nigga. Buy another one, you rich motherfucker. Fuck your couch, nigga. Fuck your couch. Darkness is.
See, I never just did things just to do them.
Like I said, that's why I learned that babies kick in the stomach. It's more like that. And at 14 weeks.
Oh wow.
Ooh, 14 weeks. That's early. Wow.
Come on, I mean, what am I gonna do? Just all of a sudden just jump?
Not dumb. I was nervous.
Is that a cervix thing or was it something else?
Not really just nervous, just wanting everything to go okay. But I'm alright now. What else?
So shout out to you. I know that must have been really hard.
Hours to talk to Avery. My grandmother's on her way up here and my sister. So we're gonna have a couple of visitors. I really don't want a whole lot of people up in this room right now. And I gotta go to the bathroom. Like I have to.
That's my sister felt.
I don't feel like getting up. Y'all see my lips are swollen. My face is a little puffy.
Oh.
But
Yeah, I can see
we
that.
here, we in this thing. I got my IV started. Bam.
Yeah, that was my sister. She
And
was.
I just
She looked
talked
like
to the nurse
Iron Man or
about when I'm
something. She
gonna
had all
get
these
my
different
epidural.
things coming out of her.
I don't think I need it right now. But
Two
I'm
on each
definitely
arm.
getting one. Can't eat anything.
What is this? Why is this?
They just broke my water about an hour. About an
Why
hour
they
ago,
was-
it broke my water, and I got the epidural.
Yeah, it's like a.
Oh, she must be in there asleep then.
Now she's not asleep.
I remember that sound. I remember that sound. That sound was so loud in there. I think it was the baby's heartbeat, maybe. I have incomplete service, which causes me
She's want me seek a blood.
Oh wow, both yeah, that sound was so loud. It was like boom, 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 the whole time.
How you feel, princess? For now.
That was another thing too that my girlfriend's husband was asking, like, "Hey, how you feeling? You okay? You good?" She was like, "No, I'm not. I got a baby. No." I was like,
No.
Pretend like you're diving underwater. So, and then hold
Pretend like you're
down,
diving
don't let the air
underwater?
out, like, don't let that out. You're
That
gonna
sounds
hold
mad
it
confusing.
And they're all in your body for 10 minutes. Okay. Yep. You gonna cut the cord?
Yeah, I'll cut
Okay.
the cord.
Go, sister, go.
"Oh, did she come out already?"
Thank you so much.
No, I heard
Go,
report. She said a long
Long time. Will you let me know when your next contraction's coming?
Oh, okay, no, the baby didn't come out.
You went so fast.
She almost here. She closed.
And all natural without any extra medicine. Yay. Awesome.
She ready to come out, baby.
It's like she knew. It's like, today's my turn day.
Yeah.
So yeah, she definitely gave. Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. I wonder why that is. You think it's the way that the people give birth, like the hospital environment, or do you think it's like a physical thing? Like, yeah, why do you think that black women have more complications with giving birth?
I know part of it is pain.
Are you ready for both?
Her sister?
Oh, the tears.
Are them tears
of joy, sister. Oh, baby. Or whatever, like they don't take your pain seriously. So that's one. Another thing too is that in the medical field in general, they're kind of taught to see things on white skin instead of black skin, so the same conditions might show up differently. Because if you're white and your arm turns red or whatever because it's swelling, the swelling looks different on black skin. And whoever your doctors would have to understand that and know the difference.
Got you. Interesting.
Wait till you see her little face.
That's when she go boo-hoo cry.
Right.
Oh, you heard that?
Maybe like this.
Oh.
She's used to feeling pressure. She don't know what to
Ooh.
expect.
Who's recording?
Alright, well let's go ahead and push, okay? Alright, big deep breath. And do just like you did last time.
Go,
Push.
sister, go, sister.
Keep going, push.
See?
Harder,
See, like right now,
harder,
she's
keep
pushing,
going.
right?
A little bit harder, a little bit harder.
It's not how you do in the movies.
Harder,
Movies don't look like this. Like that's how Neffy look more so. Like I'm actually pushing something. In the movie, you're just screaming like I'm somebody stabbing me up. I'm getting murdered. Like that's how they look at it. Ah! 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 It's not like pushing. They don't look like that in the TV shows.
MB Anderson, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's beautiful. Yay.
It's funny.
Yeah, she did talking about. She talking about yeah. It's time.
It's time. I want to be there.
I said, so why you running? Why are you running, mommy?
You ready, princess?
Yeah, I don't think Neffy. I don't even know if Neffy had those blue things. I gotta ask her. Does she? That's holding up her legs. I guess are those like stirrups? I feel that's not what that's called. But that's what a horse has. You said what?
You didn't see anything like that?
Nah, I just saw her feet, and they were like I feel like they were higher up than that.
Yeah, you made it sound like they put her.
They look. It looked like that. I think I had the video. I think in the video her feet were like all the way up here, and I was like, oh.
Alright, Avery.
Do they push the baby too?
Got an audience.
That's right. Come on, Dave.
I feel like that would be. I don't know. You said they do?
No, does who?
Like, do the nurses push the baby also from the stomach?
I don't think so. And did she have the baby already at this point?
No, not yet. She has her hand on her stomach, but I don't. Cause I feel like it's not. I know this is weird. Like it's not in the stomach. It's in the cervix, right? Or it's coming out of the cervix. Like, can you push a baby out from the stomach? Cause it's not really there. That makes sense.
Starting to feel something. You're not feeling anymore? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
good. She did.
If I like, would it come out right out? Oh snap! It's coming out, Melissa. The baby's coming. Oh, okay. So she has to go from the stomach to the birth. Okay.
Keep going. Push, push, push.
Okay, take a deep breath and do it again. Do it just like that.
Oh, the baby is there. That's so crazy. Wow.
You're not that cheesy, huh? You're so cute.
Wow.
Congratulations, princess.
Super cute.
You see the baby?
Hey, Avery.
And this is how long ago? This is 6 years ago? Wait, oh, this is the first? Oh, this is her first?
I know. You're so cute.
When was the last time you watched this video? So I'm curious. I wonder if something that you kind of don't see in a while. You're like, oh wow, I forgot this was up there. We might watch it once a year, maybe.
Right.
Hey, baby. I know when you're making content, you tell you forget to go back and watch your old content.
Right between my fingers.
Right here? She's 6. That's probably like, what's that, like second grade?
Right, so say it's still a baby.
That's not no baby. Second grade? Second grade, not no baby. That is not at second grade.
It's a little human.
How old is Jaden?
Jaden's like 12.
Jesus. Well, you know who's 6? Aiden is 6.
Exactly.
I haven't seen Aiden, so I don't even know what he look like now. Like, he be walking around, I'm assuming. You talking?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't even know what he look like. That's
I can
crazy.
show you a picture, but yeah, Aiden is 6. Yep.
Wow.
It's a sweet little cry. I'm gonna switch on the blanket. So, Dad, I'm gonna give you a bracelet. So just don't take it out to the hospital with the baby. So she's born at 7:34. Just forget it's on.
What? Oh man, you gotta definitely link that. That is amazing. What? Now I would probably bet that doesn't exist on YouTube, other than you doing that. If there is probably one other video of someone commentating their own birth. Who? That's crazy. Oh my god. Oh, whoever did that was, they genius.
Watching my mom give birth to me.
Oh my, what? All the clicks you would get? She's in kindergarten. Okay. Oh yeah, that is young.
That's what I'm saying. That's a baby. That's a baby.
And she commentated her own at kindergarten. Oh, that's crazy. That's insane.
She's gonna be a star. I can see that.
Wow. That is insane. What?
That is main character behavior.
For real. Oh, she's about to be next Mr. Beast in the making. She said, Mom, I got the great idea for content. Hear me out.
What if
I react to me coming out of you? Oh my God. Wouldn't that be great, Mom? Wouldn't that be great? Oh my goodness. That is so crazy. That is so... What?
Mom hers real quick.
Cause I'm like, it's probably not. First of all, there was no YouTube like that back in the day, so no one could make commentary on their own birth. That's number one. Then it's like,
Mr. Beast couldn't.
You have to make a YouTube channel to do it. Exactly. Oh my God! Listen, she did when she was 3. That's crazy. That is insane. What? Nah, that's crazy.
I never even thought of that being a thing.
Oh, she's not right. Now I gotta make a video like that. Now it's gonna be a new trend now. You starting the trend right here. When we have a baby and they grow up, I'm gonna say, hey, go come react to your own birth right here. Come on.
That's what we listen.
And then I'm gonna have the next child react to the old child's first birth, and then until every child is born, everybody can react to the last baby's birth. All right, that's what we're gonna do. And then you're gonna be in the room. So like, okay, boom. When the second kid is born, they're gonna react to themselves being in the room with their brother being born. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, you started a whole trend right here. This is a trend. And like I said, you can't if you're not a YouTuber, it's not gonna work. You don't know about the YouTube game. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's insane.
Little button so that we can put it right on Mama. She's very peaceful. You got Mommy's booty chin. That's a good feat.
Babe, she said she got her mother's booty chin. I'll tell you when you come out.
Your mouth just moving. You just hungry, ain't it?
See, look at her. That baby is aware. A little bit. I feel like the baby's still kind of getting aware. Like it's kind of like. But now, see right there. See? That's crazy. That's crazy. That baby looking right in the camera. See? See? The baby looking right in the camera. She knew from then. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. From then, Avery said, I know I'm a YouTuber. Look, I see it in her eyes right here. Wait, look at it. Right? Hold on, I'm gonna show it to you. Right here, boom. Wait, where'd it go?
Your mouth just moving. You just hungry, ain't you?
Oh, went back too far.
You smell the
I just
milk?
want some shrimp.
Let me see. Right.
That's just my temperature.
See, she looking at her mom right now, and then here comes. She's like, pose for the camera. Boom, right here. Look at this. That is. She said, I'm about to be on YouTube, right here.
Just hanging out. Look at her smacking her lips. She says, "Mama, I'm hungry."
I'm scared.
You need to have more babies.
Oh my God.
She said, have more babies. That's crazy. But yes, like I said, that's something I will be doing now. Princess has started a new trend on YouTube. I gotta come up with a name for it. Inception baby birth. Let's see what else happened this week. Oh man, yeah, I won't believe this. I got a letter. We got a hand. Hold on. Let me know if y'all can still hear me or not. If anything happens, I just took these headphones out. I don't know if it's gonna change how y'all hear. Okay. All right. So this is very, like, we were very surprised to get this. This is a handwritten letter that we got in the mail. Handwritten. Okay. So I'm gonna read it to you. To whom it may concern, I am writing to you as a homeowner in the 1600 block of Dover Street in Philadelphia, where the property at 1634 is listed as belonging to you. I have attempted to contact the city agencies to address the nuisance at that location. The property has squatters in it, and they are dealing drugs out of it. They have changed the locks and installed an outside camera. It would greatly be appreciated if you would do something to correct this situation as a property owner yourself. I know you can understand our dilemma. Okay? We live here and have for over 50 years. Most of us, where is it? Where was I? So it says, we have lived here for over 50 years, most of us, and this is not the environment we wish to dwell in. We are entitled to some part of quality of life when our homes are wait, where is it? That's fine. Yes. Let's see. We are entitled to some part of quality of life where our homes are. Yeah, this is crazy. So we are entitled to have some part of quality of life where our homes are, and I have a vested interest. Have not. Oh, okay. I have a vested interest, not just an investment. Okay. So she said, or he said, so please address this as soon as you can. We would truly be appreciative. Sincerely, your, what does he say? Sincerely, your neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, so this handwritten letter was sent to us. And as you heard me read, there seems to be squatters in the house, and they're doing drugs and selling drugs out of the house. This is kind of crazy because it sucks that this happened because it was not our intention. We would try to put the house in a better position than we left it. That's what I said. I think they should have contacted the police, but I don't really know how the laws work in Philadelphia. My guess is that they're similar to New York. So because of that, they probably have squatters' rights, which is kind of a big thing happening right now, depending on how long they've been there. And now, I don't know if y'all know, but that house, we bought it in 2021 almost. And all of last year, the house was sitting there. So we finished flipping it, like renovating it in 2022. So it's probably already crossed that period for it to be covered as a squatter. It's probably already got to that point. And it's kind of like, it's crazy because there is not anything we can really do about it because we can't afford to pay for the house. We couldn't sell the house. And what's even crazier about it too is we got, right, I know, squatters, right, it's crazy. Oh, I forgot, you're in Texas. Woo!
Oh, facts.
Oh, yeah.
They don't play that down there.
You don't miss it. You miss your rent. They like tomorrow you got to move out. In New York, I mean, as you know, we're not really squatters necessarily, but squatters. I don't know. Not really. Yeah, not really.
We didn't. They couldn't. They have to.
Yeah, it's the rule that apply to us somewhat apply to them in some degree, but for them, every state is different. So I think I saw it might be in New York or maybe like Jersey, something like that. If I break into a house that has not been occupied for a certain amount of time and then I lived there for 30 days, I now have like tenancy rights as that owner. And I read this recently that they did that. Lawyers came up with this idea to protect, I think it was homeowners. Right. In Texas, I know they do not play that in Texas. Not at all. The whole South don't really play that like that. But, in the East Coast, in the Democratic states, they have a lot of these laws like that. And there's actually a guy who, I mean, this is the story behind it. There's a video that came out on TikTok that he was a undocumented immigrant from, I think, Mexico or something. And he was on TikTok telling other people who are coming over the border how to utilize the squatters' rights to get in a house. So it's kind of a thing. So my guess is if the police came, that might be what happens. And then it's kind of crazy too. Right, exactly. But here's the thing about it, which I thought was interesting. I feel like from what I read, the squatters' rights only apply to a house that's kind of been abandoned, nobody lives in it. Which I feel like at that point, it's kind of on you as the owner to know what's going on in your house. I don't think someone should be allowed to live in there, but I definitely don't think you should just have a house sitting and don't know at all what's going on with it. It's like you like if the house is in livable condition, that's kind of crazy to me. Where it's like, oh, this is a perfectly good house. There was a lady, I don't know what state it was. She got arrested for breaking into her own house that someone else was squatting in because technically as a landlord you can't go into somebody's house without their permission. That's not crazy. And they arrested her. So but they set up a security camera up there, which I think is kind of crazy because I mean they probably are somehow getting into electricity from another property next door, something like that. So that's kind of crazy. And selling drugs is crazy. And even the drugs part, I don't even know how they know that they are selling drugs because did y'all see the drugs being dealt? Because that'd be kind of crazy. Are there people coming out that look like they're on drugs? And as y'all know, listen, the house was a beautiful house. I don't know if y'all saw it. If not, I'll pull up again. But it was a beautiful house, and we were about to be done to flip it. And then they broke it, started stealing stuff, stealing counters, stealing sinks, stealing the dehumidifier, stealing the cabinets, stealing toilets. And it's like, putting holes in the wall. And we're like, well, we can't do anything at this point. Like, what should we do? And one thing that the house has taught me for sure, a couple lessons, but the biggest one is undercapitalization, is not having enough money to do something. And I think for me, what happened was I got into we didn't have any money, and a lot of YouTube around that time, it's still kind of like that now, was how to do this thing with no money, right? As we did it, I learned, like I said, as we went through that process, what I started to see was people who have like $10 million, right? They will get a house for $0. But that's because they have $10 million. They already bought, 85 houses already. They have a team that can go to the house for them and do all the other stuff. And that way they were able to capitalize on this house. And they probably called 17,000 properties and got this one house for $0, even though the other one they paid for. And they'll make a video about how you can do this for $0, right? So we finessed our asses off to get the house. But the biggest issue was not having enough money to cover miscellaneous expenses. So for me, this has always been my thing. I was during that period, like, okay, Airbnb, let's get it without any money. How can we do that? Okay, Turo, how can we get a Turo car without any money? Okay, flipping the house, how can we do that with no money, right? And each situation that happened in, something came up where we needed money for. Like, we pretty much secured all the stuff without having money. The problem was, once you have the thing, what do you do next? Right? It's like, okay, we have all the property, we have all the leases for us to get a property in Philadelphia for get 3 units, right? And then they say, okay, you need a down payment of $18,000 or something like that. Or we go out to Philadelphia, we buy all this furniture, which again, still can't do that for free. Gotta buy furniture, gotta buy a U-Haul to get out there. So it's like there was nothing that we really did that technically was $0. And trying to approach it as such, I think really caused a lot of the turbulence that we had. So that's why now how I'm approaching the candle business is have money. Like, get some money first. Like, get a good amount of money that you can cover most expenses that you have, unless it's something that's catastrophic. And even then, I feel like where we're at right now in terms of the candle business, I don't think that there could be a catastrophic loss that has that much downside. I think with the Turo car, with the Airbnb, with the flipping of the house, there was so much downside that if anything were to like, if the worst possible thing happens for each one of those things, except I would say probably Turo's the least one. Even then, no, it's not. It's really not. They're all pretty bad, honestly. I would probably say Airbnb is the least of them in our situation. And I say that because worst case scenario for the house is what we went through. We lose the whole house and the money we put into it. So that's like $250,000 or $300,000, whatever the number was, right? The next thing would be the car. Like if something happens to the car and it gets totaled or crashed or whatever, we're responsible for the price of the car and responsible for the insurance for the car at the time to cover if it even isn't our fault, and we're responsible for if somebody else got hurt from our car, right? We were doing Turo like, all right, we have $0 or $100. Let's try and do Turo, make some money from it. The last thing is Airbnb. We didn't run into this, but it could have been bad if we had gotten a unit and we were paying like 10 grand a month, or that was the lease agreement, and then we weren't getting any tenants, which I can't see us doing, but it is possible. And now we're on the hook for 10 grand a month, and we have furniture and nobody's coming, and the lease about to be done, and whatever. So, but with the candles, worst case scenario with the candles, worst possible case scenario with the candles is somehow we lose all our inventory. We lose all the wax that we have. We lose all our vessels. We lose all of our candles, everything else. Somehow, I don't know how, but that happens, right? I could get that. That might cost, I can get, maybe, I could probably rebuy all the candle equipment that we need to make new candles for like $500. Probably even less. We would start off with maybe 2 sizes or something like that. I could sell those, buy the wax, take the wax to buy something else, and just kind of do that. It's a lot easier to get back over from that hump because the barrier to entry is so much lower. So I think that's obviously what makes it easier to do. But going back to the house situation, I think that's crazy because I know I can only imagine what that might be like because at my mom's house right now, she has some people that live in the building I think just destroy the house that she lives in, and it sucks. So now when I go over there, the house looks so different than what it used to. The walls have holes in them. The doors are like, it's supposed to be painted white. They scratch the paint off. The rugs are used to be like kind of like a gray or whatever. Now they're like black and brown and stuff, and it's like stuff all over the wall. The lights don't even come on really that much. So if they've been there for 50 years, right, they're probably somewhat older. So they don't even, in terms of energy level, they're like, I'm not trying to deal with that going on. And I can only imagine in terms of the kind of people that are actually in that house that are probably not the best kind of people when it comes to just how they move around on the street. I couldn't imagine they're like, hey neighbor, how's it going? How's your day? I can't imagine they were like that. I would be very surprised if that was the case. But I really don't know what to do. Like I don't. If you have a solution, y'all can let me know. But I literally have no idea what that would be, at all. Right. Oh, that's the other thing too. So earlier, maybe last year, mid last year, whatever, we got a letter saying that the house was foreclosed on. So I'm under the impression that they sold the house to somebody else. That's what I thought. And to be honest, it probably did happen. I would not be surprised. First of all, how do you get our address? I would not be surprised if whoever bought the house after us went to it, saw what was going on, and was like, nah, I'm good. Because they might have bought it for like $5,000-$10,000. And then got to the house and was like, there's squatters in here. Because I know with sheriff sales, I don't think they show you the house beforehand. So you just kind of like paying pennies on the dollar. Exactly. That's how I don't think we own the house anymore. So it is the bank's problem. So now, but they aren't gonna go fix it unless the property value goes up tremendously, which it probably won't. And they'll just kind of maybe write it off as a loss or something like that. And it just is what it is. And I think it sucks because all of the pressure release valve is the people that live in the area. Because it's like, if we don't have the money to pay for it, we just don't pay for it. It is what it is. If the bank gets the house back, they're like, all right, I got the house back. I write it off my expenses, and I might get some money back on insurance or whatever, and they're good. And that house just sits there. And it's Philly, so it's like, this is a very common thing in Philly. The houses out there, if you haven't been to Philly, the houses situation is crazy. There's like dilapidated, destitute houses on every other block. And I'm talking about not like one or two. Like you might on the block, you might have 5 houses, and the rest of the houses are just vacant lots or abandoned buildings. So that's crazy that is happening. But I think she gave us her address. She did give us her address. Did she? I thought she, because it says like an address on here that's not ours. But it doesn't say like, you know what I'm saying?
I think she's just saying the street.
So yeah. Oh man, like I said, I maybe for a video we'll go out there one day and see what the house looks like and just see what's up, drive by it, because I've always been curious what it turned into, and now we kind of have an idea. And I don't really know. I mean, I do know how to check if we own the house, but it would require software, which I'm not trying to pay for to see. Let me see if I go on Google if it says anything on here. Yeah, they probably think that we are Logan Foster.
Right. I think, yeah. I know exactly what you're about to say, and I agree.
Yeah, I was gonna say they probably think that we're like these huge developers or something like that.
Mm-hmm. That's just neglecting our property.
Right, ma'am. I am 29.
Right, and I'm older than I was.
Right, when I
bought it.
right. Let me see. Who you know would be crazy if they had an updated view from like Google Maps or Google Earth, because it's been kind of a while now. Let me see. Oh, they don't have nobody. Put me on the street. Okay, there we go. Oh, it has the color of the house is updated. Oh wait. In the picture it was updated, but then this is not updated. Honestly, it's old. This house don't look like this either.
Right. Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Obviously. Oh yeah. Listen. Again, if I were to ever flip a house, first of all, if I'm gonna buy a house, I'm gonna give money to Tori. Say, Tori, here's money to build a house. Because one of the things that we learned, obviously, as you can tell, we don't live here, so we bought this house, as they call it, virtual. I didn't know how big of a deal street size was when we first started, when we first did this, and I didn't know how small this street was either. So when we come out here, you literally have to park the car on the sidewalk when you come over here. That's how how small this street is. And it's an up and coming area. I wish I had a more updated. I wish we had a listing. I feel like they should still have it somewhere up here. Like, why would they have the old listing and not the new one? That's weird. Let me see. Yes, in the future, I would definitely only buy, but not only, but like do like double streets. Cause one guy when I was trying to wholesale had told me that, and I was kind of like, oh, here's the pictures of the house. Sale is pending. That's funny. Got pictures? We got one picture. Boo. You see? Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, see this? You see how nice this would have been? Somebody could have lived here. Someone could have lived in this house, and they fucked it up. They fucked it up.
Family and everything. We did a really good job in the house.
And they fucked it up. We was good. We made it to the finish line.
Literally did everything. And
they fucked it up by breaking in and stealing everything. We're like, well, that's the end of that. I want to find like all the pictures. Maybe it's not here. Why would they only have these old pictures? See, 2023. I think if I do it from Zillow, it might help. So I do for sale. It was 3 bedrooms. It was 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms.
And a basement.
Mm-hmm.
And a backyard.
We made a custom fence for it. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom for $400,000. That's crazy.
Where?
On Francis Street, wherever that is. Let me see. This is Newkirk, but this is Dover right here. Do sold. Let's see. I feel like it should at least have something on here. Maybe for rent? Nope, nothing. That's crazy. Oops, what's this? I'm so mad they have no pictures up here of the house. It used to be on Zillow. Now it's, how would they take it down? Oh, maybe somebody bought it. But why are the other pictures still up? Who?
The agent.
That makes sense. And they don't want to be a part of it. So they want to be associated with the house no more. Oh, okay. Okay, we got some. Shout out to Trulia. All right, here we go. Got the pictures for you guys. All right, so this is the front of the house now, how it looks. Got the little yellow door, add a pop of color to the house. This was the little, wow, they have this on here too. That's crazy. This wood is up there. Painted it black as I saw before. It was, honestly, I can show you both pictures. The before and after of it. So this is the front of the house before. Right here. This is it after. Right here. So then this is the living room, which again, immaculate. This is the kitchen that we did right here. We had this exposed brick wall, which was phenomenal. Custom floating stairs in the house, right? They had the nice marble looking, what is that called? Backsplash. Okay. They had the butcher block countertop. Had brand new appliances, stainless steel appliances. Thank you, princess. This was the backyard. We made this fence ourselves. I think, yeah, we had to go to Home Depot. We have vlogs of it. We just haven't posted them yet. Whenever we get, some money and time, we'll post a lot of them as like a retro or something. As you can see here, this came in probably like maybe planks of 5 or 6. So we had to go and drill holes into all of these to put them up against this wall, which took hours to do. My friend came out, shout out to Tim. They had these lights we installed back here, all of this, man, it's vinyl. This is upstairs. This is the back room, the back bedroom. Look at, you see this? You see this? Do y'all see this counter? This what is it called? A vanity? What? Oh my God! Look at this. Look at this mirror. Up here's a light you have for the house.
Hey, Tori.
Hey, what's up, Tori?
Those floors, yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. And then we had the lights in the ceiling, right? This is, I don't know who took this. I don't know who posted these pictures. I don't even know why they posted these. What is this? It's a lot of stuff that's not in the house.
Get a feel of the area.
Yeah, so I don't know if you heard, Tori, when I read the letter, but someone wrote us this handwritten letter they wrote us, telling us, about the house. Man, I know. I said, if you didn't hear about this letter, this might hurt your soul even more. Someone wrote us from the block who lives there. They've been there for 50 years. They're an older couple, I think. And they were saying that now in the house, they're dealing drugs from the house, and they are squatting in the house. And they tried to contact different agencies. No one has responded back to them, and now the house is pretty much just, I'm assuming, some eyesore and probably unsafe. If you're dealing drugs out of it, I wouldn't assume it's a very safe place to be at. Right. So, and they would ask us if we can do anything about it, and it's kind of like, I don't have the money to do anything about it. I literally can't do anything. I don't know what to do. And as we said earlier, allegedly it was foreclosed on, so we don't even own the house technically. So I don't even know how they even got this information that we own the house, but it's probably old. Like they don't know, they didn't update the information who owns it. But it's crazy. Like handwritten letter. Who still writes these? Handwritten. Crazy. So that's what Princess said about calling the police. But you're in Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta. I don't know. Is Atlanta a squatter place? No. So they have squatters' rights in that house. If they've been there for a certain amount of time, it technically would be their house. So if you call the police on them, it's not really much you can do. And then it will be up to the person who lives in the house to get them out. So if the person who owns the house, let's say it's the bank, if they don't know or they don't care that someone's living there, they're just like, whatever, it's not my business. There is no way to get them out the house. So unless I guess they would do something crazy illegal, like, I don't know, killing people inside there or something like that. But if they just selling drugs inside the house, it's just like, all right, it is what it is. So there's not really much they can do as far as I know. So like I said, it sucks. That it sucks. But yeah. But you can't even see the inside of this bathroom. And right here is the garage. It's a barn door that slides over. So I said the house was nice. We put in so much work, and every time I look at it, I'm like, my chest hurts. So this is why, right?
It wasn't even like, it's not even like, oh man, we could have. No, we finished it.
Listen, I'm telling you, want a free house? Go to. You know what's crazy about that too? On the news, they've been talking about it. There are people who are like, I don't know if they're called serial squatters or whatever. That's their whole thing. Like they'll have a house for years. They just like, all right, I'm gonna break into a house, I'm gonna live in there, and then I'm gonna just stay there for 2 years. Honestly, there's two options. Right. You could do it with a. Now, why they got balloons coming up on the screen? Airbnb? Balloon? I don't know. So where's my thing? Yeah, there's like 3 things I've seen so far of how people squat. So one is right, professional tenant. That's what it's called. So one is if you have an Airbnb, they just come and live in Airbnb, and now they have it because it's theirs because they've been there long enough. That's one option. The second option is if you'll put a deposit down on the house on an apartment, right, and stop paying rent. So you just come in, give them $1,500, and then don't pay rent for however long, 2 years or whatever. And you can do that. And you just keep going from house to house doing that until you die or save money to buy your own house. And then the other option is someone's not living in the house. You see that, and then you go, oh, let me just shimmy up in here, set up a bed or whatever, and just live here. And then when you try to sue me, I'm going to just say, it's my apartment now. Like, so those are the 3 that I've seen people do to get apartments. I know there's probably others. But listen, them blue states, whoosh, they are not. Honestly, any non-landlord friendly state will probably have that. So if you're in real estate, like Tori is, only buy property in places where you kick the person out in 2 days or less. Anything longer than that, you risk all types of shenanigans. All types of shenanigans. So, let's see what else happened last week. 9 states in this country have squatters' rights, with New York having the toughest in favor of squatters' rights. Only 9? Wow, I thought it was more than that. That's crazy. Yeah, listen, New York, I'm pretty sure it's probably New York, California, Philly, probably New Jersey.
Probably Connecticut.
I was thinking Connecticut too. I was thinking Delaware, but I feel like Delaware might be kind of conservative, but I don't know. I don't remember. What else? Another blue state. How many blue states are there? Let me see.
Florida might be on that.
Nah, Florida be like, you better get up out of here.
Oh, you're right. Only like, I don't know. Florida's so interesting. It can be so conservative and so liberal at the same time.
When you ever seen Florida be liberal? Florida liberal? Florida red is.
Some parts of it.
What part of that?
Man,
Florida conservative as a motherfucker. 9. Oh, she said Florida's one of them.
right. That's
She said Florida could be a purple. That's funny.
Hmm?
She said Florida could be a purple.
But it's really a bit of both. It's very interesting.
Let's see. Oh, Georgia has that too?
Might be a county to county.
Right. I thought I heard that about DeSantis too in Florida.
What about him?
That he just harder on the squatters. Okay, Arkansas. Oh, she already write these out? Okay. Arkansas, California, Florida, Georgia, Montana, New York. That's what's on this list here. Oh, Tennessee, Utah, Washington. Let me see what they say about the laws though. After 7 years, Lord have mercy, that's a long time. If you in their property for 7 years, you can claim it. Okay.
New York don't play that. New York is like, what? You can stay there for a week in your house now.
So California is 5 years, as long as they pay property taxes, which is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And you had that made improvements to the property.
I feel like they have that over here too. So I feel like I've heard that before, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, just pay these property taxes.
Vague,
and buy
yeah.
a
I think
house.
I heard that in Philly.
Yeah. Like
And
one of those you don't need money things.
yeah, in Florida it says 7 years and pay property tax, even if they did so without the owner's consent. And you can't conceal your presence on the site.
So you can't like hide.
Wow.
Get the bail and everything.
In Georgia, squatters can claim ownership of a property if they occupy it exclusively, meaning no one else is occupied at the same time for at least 20 years. So you know what's crazy too when it comes to this is the thing about okay. So as I'm reading this, there's squatting and then there's, I guess, professional tenants like Tori said, where in these situations you now own the house. Like these are like no, this is my house now. Like I own this $2 million house that you thought you owned. It's mine. I feel like professional tenants are just people that like can live there for a long period of time and then move somewhere else. So I've never actually made the distinction between the two before, which is interesting. I thought they were all kind of the same. Montana is 5 years. Why would they even make... You know what it is? This is probably... I think these squatter laws are punishments for people who don't care about the house. Because there's no way you own a house for 20 years and you don't know somebody living in it. Like, at that point, you don't need to own the house anymore. Like, you don't need to own this. For what? What? I can own land in New York if I'm there for 20 years? Listen, I'm about to... Listen, I would start a squatting ring. I would hire mad people to like, listen, guys, here we're going to do. We're going to spread out over the entire state of New York. The first, whoever could last 20 years in this place, I split it with you and give you $1 million. Something. In New York land, that's crazy.
Go make a Mr. Beast video.
Yes, absolutely. The first person in 20 years to keep this land wins, you know. Right, they did cancel his account. Bruh, I saw that. He was crying with his baby and snot coming out his nose. They was about to get him out of here for telling people how to squat. Yeah. So New York says they must treat the property as their own, making improvements to it and taking steps to maintain it. They must also have exclusive possession of the property, meaning they cannot share it with the true owner or anyone else. That's interesting. Oh, wow. So you know what the problem is with this too? Oh, they took his daughter from him? I did not know that. That's crazy. I did not see that part. I wonder if this applies. Some of these don't say you have to live by yourself. So does that mean if I have a girlfriend for 5 years, I can claim her house? Is that different than the other law, which is, what's the other one called? When you marry somebody or living with somebody and you become married? There's a law like that. I think this is different than that.
It's not a cohabitation. It's like I think it begins with a C, but I don't know what it is. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, this is crazy. 7 years. Squad is up for 7 years. I think it's so funny. Yes, the common law one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh man, that's crazy. I think it's very interesting too how they specify like pay the taxes. Like we don't care about all the others. We don't care who owned the house. Somebody better pay taxes on the damn house. All right, and whoever pays taxes will own it. That's crazy. Taxes is so crazy to me. Taxes is a crazy philosophy concept. See what else happened this week. Became an uncle. Got a letter about a house being evicted. I got a package. And I had some meetings today too. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this website. It's called Wolf and Badger. So we are gonna be on the website. I tried to pay them. So originally what happened was they were saying that it cost like $350 to be on the website every month, and I was like, I would pay it because I feel like I like them. As I've grown in my entrepreneurship journey as a man, right? I have different requirements for a company that I want to work with, right? And I think the more money that I get, the easier it is to choose who I want to work with. So I may have touched on this on the podcast, not the podcast, on the vlog a little bit. But a big one for me when it comes to like using a subscription service is, do they have a 24/7 like live chat or something like that, or at least like a very active, robust chat system? That's one. Do they have a free trial? I think that's a big one, because I think that all of these things are things that companies do who are good companies. They have these options. So those are my like two big ones. Do you have a live chat? Can I contact you? And is your no emails? I don't want to hear, oh, email me. Nope, get them out of here. No free trial. I'm like you probably don't trust your product very much if you don't want to get a free trial. That's my opinion on it. So with them, a lot of things that they said to us I liked. One of them is that they know who we were. Like they use our name and they talk about the company, like the candle company, as if they've done the research. We get so many emails now where someone's like, "Hey, MBur Candle Co. team, I love your product. We want X, Y, and Z." And it's like, you don't even know our name. You can't even say candle. You don't know what. It's just random reach outs, right? So with them, we had a very good interaction with them. But I'm like, at the point, it was probably like maybe 2 months ago, maybe 2.5 months ago. I'm like, I don't really want to. I'm not really at the point where I want to put $350 out every month for this. I want to at some point, but not right now. So, everything was cool. I figured whenever I had the money, we hit them back up and do it again. So a couple months go by, we get an email from them. They're like, "Hey guys, we really want you to be on the platform. We'll give you 50% off until June if you join the platform." I'm like, listen, y'all got me. I'm like, I could do $175 is manageable for 3 months. Like that's especially with the way we're making money now at the park. $175 is good. And the thing I like about this the most is that, well, there's two things I really like, maybe three. It's that they allow international shipping. Now that's a huge thing, right? So how it works is, the customer, if I want to ship something to Australia, right? The customer pays $10. We pay $10, and the company Wolf and Badger pays $10. So now, no, we ship it ourselves from here. So they have a website. They do the description. They help you. They help you with your page in terms of your product page, in terms of like getting more traffic to it, getting more sales. They also run ads for products on your page and things like that. That's kind of what their situation is. That's one thing. The second thing is they have a store. They have, well, the biggest thing for me was the shipping international. That's a big one. They also have a store in multiple countries. They have two here. I think one in LA, one in somewhere in California. They have one in the city near us, right? So if we want to, we can have our candles in the store as well as on the website, which is it's an extra fee, but it can be in the store, right? And I personally believe that the candle business is better to be done in person. Like, the biggest candle company I know of right now is Yankee Candle. And if I had to guess, they have the most candle stores out of any company ever. Like, ever. So I think that that's the way to go. So I think people have to buy candles kind of spur of the moment thing, or you have a place that you go to you really enjoy, you buy their candles from there, so on and so forth. So like I said, they have the shipping, they help with the shipping cost. They have stores in different locations. They also will let us do pop-ups there for free. So if we want to, we can just pull up and do a pop-up in the store. Right. People, exactly. Like, the biggest issue that we have is it's an issue, but it's not. Because we're not at that point where we do it enough for it to become a huge issue. But smelling the candles on the website, like, you can't get around that. No, you probably do a lot of marketing for it, but at the end of the day, what does it smell like? Now, if someone recommends it to you, which I think we're getting to that point where people are like, oh, I really like the candle, I'm telling my friend about it, then we can build up the website. And I feel like when we have more reviews, then that will help us to, like, at that point, the trust factor is there for the smell. And all the candles smell great. It's just like, it may not be your vibe for what you're going for. So, what difference first? The setting up in the store is free. I think they sent us a packet. Let me see if I can find it. Setting up in the store is free. I know that much. But I don't know what the extra cost is to be in the store. Yeah, you do not use that mail at all. Okay. What is Melissa's mail? You have a mail icon that you check? How you check your mail? Right here. Oh my God, Melissa. What year are you in? Okay.
Why would I check mine on?
You put the icon on the bottom in the thing. Let me see. Nothing. Neither. We pay. I'm gonna check, but I'm pretty sure we pay the fee every month, and we just put the stuff in the store, and they just we pretty much buy a shelf space for the month or however long the contract is, and that's kind of their fee. Let me see. Give it your finger here. Oh, did I tell you about the other meeting with the guy? I feel like I did tell you about that. No, not you. Them. The guy with Triple Whale. I did tell him about that already. I feel like I did. Okay, so this is information pack that they sent us. Let's see. Oh, so this is their numbers. This is their numbers that they have, right? So they said that's the other thing before I get to this. They're a higher upscale kind of company, so people pay more on their website, and they're a health conscious brand. So we sell beeswax candles, so it kind of fits into that. But it said they have $200 the average order value, 4 million online monthly visits, 600,000 customers, turnkey international sales and distribution. Brands do an average of 43,000. They've been doing this for 14 years. They have 580,000 on their email subscriber list, 700K on Instagram, and shipped to 100 countries, right? So I'm like, okay, this is some good qualifiers. They have a store in London, New York, and Los Angeles. Let's see what they got here. They got affiliate programs. What is this? That's crazy. They have affiliate programs? What? That's crazy. I didn't even know that. They have a PR media team. That's great. Oh, this is a big one too. The duties and stuff. We probably have exactly. See, exactly. Listen, facts. We've had probably like 3 international orders, and me personally, I've always told anybody that buys from us international that we'll cover the customs, just because we've tried different ways to do it on our end when we first ship it out, but it doesn't work. So I'm like, hey, if they charge you customs, let us know. We'll just send you the money for it. And I don't think we lost any money on that yet, but it obviously cuts into the margins. But my main concern is the person being happy and getting their candle. Like that's a big thing for me. So with them though, they cover or put in the taxes and duties into it. So whenever the order goes overseas, all of that is already paid for. Amazing. I love that. So that was a big one for me too. And they have analytics. I love analytics. Customer service. I love that. Let's see what else they got on here. Oh, here's the prices. Okay, so for United States it's $375 for a standard membership. What is this? 3% commission. What is this about? It's kind of high. Let me look into this again, because that's kind of high. Let's see. Where is the in stores? Okay. So if you want to be in a store, it is, I think they said we're in this category. So it's $200 a month for us. We're either here or here to be in the store. Excuse me. Thank you. So that's something I'll be interested in down the line, to, you know, if it's something that works. Oh, so Tori, to answer your question, they charge 30% commission on the order at the store. So that is definitely high for sure. Right, I would just raise the price. What's 30% from? Let me ask ChatGPT.
Funny enough, I think that's like $25 for little treats.
Let's see, 30% increase. I mean, you know what's funny too? We've already raised our prices for the big candle, so it might be able to account for that. But let's see what they have here. Oof. So 30% increase on $65 would be $84.50. That's about $20. And then on $15 or on $20.
I think that's not uncommon though for their site.
What is it?
That price.
So yeah, and on the little treats would be $26, which I think is right. They could buy a bunch of those. They eat those up. So those are our best margins. That $84 one, I think our candles could get that at like I think somebody will buy it for that price if the packaging is right. But I think that's definitely a little steep. Let me see what the Wolf and Badger site looks like now. Okay, so here's the website. I'm gonna go to their candles. So these are their candles here. It says slut on it. That's kind of crazy.
Like a slut candle?
Yeah. It's called a bath slut. Soy wax candle, wet dream. Wow. Okay.
Kind of suggestive.
Just a tad. Well, I like. Oh my goodness. Where's their website? Interesting. I hate their photography though. This is cool. That flame looks fake, but this is cool. A lot of products. What else they got on here? See, 24/7 customer support. I like that. What else they got on here? They have beeswax candles on here. Coconut soy. I said beeswax. $56. What is this? Okay, today it's a soybean beeswax mix. And how big is this one? This is okay. See, all right. So this one is the size of. I have one over here. Of this candle that we have here, this is our it's our medium. This is our big one. So right now on the website, we charge for this one. Where is it? The big one. Put my hand like this. So for this big one right here, on the website, $65. On the website, this one is $34, right? That candle you see on the screen is $56. It's the same size as this one. It's actually smaller than this one. And they're charging $56 for it. So keep that in mind, how crazy that is. So I think we definitely have room for that in our price point. Because our candle is significantly bigger and lasts longer. And it's 100% beeswax. It's not a blend. So this is, like I said, this is, this we working with. We're going to see that in a week or two. So we had that meeting earlier. We also had another meeting with a company called Rumble. Rumble Boxing. Let me see. What time is it? Oh, okay. So this company here, Rumble Boxing, little backstory. This woman bought a candle from us like 2 years ago. And I guess she really loved the candle. She enjoyed the game very much. So I was in the park the other day and she walked by. And it's fun. I was talking to someone else when she walked by. And she was hanging around the table for a long time. I'm like, okay, she's going to buy a candle. What's going on? She was smelling all the scents. I was just like, normally when someone does it, they want to like buy a candle. Especially when I'm not talking to them, they just do that by themselves. So after I finished talking to the person I was talking to, I was like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Have you smelled these before? She's like, yeah, I have smelled these before. I bought them before in this in Brooklyn. It was amazing. I loved it. I loved the gale, the color, everything about the brand. She's like, hey, I actually run all of these different boxing gyms in New York and Jersey. Would you want to do a pop-up at the gym? And I was like, sure. So she went and set that up in terms of put us in touch with the person that can put us in touch with the person. And we were in the email chat or email thread or whatever. Why we find out after emailing the girl that she got fired, or I don't know if she got fired. She no longer works with that company anymore, the one that put us on. So they were still very kind. So in that meeting, or when we finally got through the emailing part, they got on a Zoom with us, and they were like, "Okay, cool. We would love to have you guys at the Rumble locations. You know, we have different times that people doing unboxing and doing different workouts that you could come and sell the candles at." We're like, "Great." And they were saying, "Which one do you want to come to? You want to go to this location, that location?" They pretty much gave us free reign to choose any site that we wanted to choose. So that's gonna be in May that we have that set up for right now. So I'm excited for that because I think that's a very good clientele. Those people, they care about health. They probably have money. They're spending money to go boxing, take boxing classes every month or whatever. And there might be women there. So women with money who are bougie is our target audience, and who are health conscious, target audience all day, every day. And listen, here's the thing. Here's the plan. Okay, the plan is what's that show called? The Butterfly Effect. We are 6 degrees from anybody that, or from people that make a lot of money, okay, or from a big brand. So if we go to this place, we might meet the owner or like someone that works as a buyer for Sephora, or who knows a buyer for Sephora, something like that, or who's friends and they come over to their house. Like, oh, where's that candle from? Oh, I got it from this place at this at my gym. Do you like it? Yeah, I would love to have it on my thing, right? So I know we're on that path. We're getting closer to that, where people who, like, the tentacles and the spider web is getting longer and longer. There are more people who know us from brands or companies that are like kind of large, like Morgan Stanley, Redfin, United Airline, Faraday, which is a store over here, the Rumble Boxing Gym. There's a couple other ones too, and it's like, okay, we're gonna keep spreading that more and more. And the more we have contact with people, and the more I'm outside selling, the more I can meet more people. So this is the Rumble situation here. Black woman on the front, that's great. Love to see that. Boxing, okay. And is it like a women? Wait a minute. There's a lot of women here. This is a women thing? That would be crazy. Oh, athletes, entertainers, boxers, and MCs. That's kind of crazy. Okay, what else? I'm getting this feeling that everybody they're showing is women because their demographic is women. That's kind of crazy. See, look at this. Oh, well, at least this is press, so they just pay for that. But you never know. We might run into these people. I'm going to Instagram. They have 200,000 followers on Instagram. Is that Usher or Diddy? So yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm excited. I got to respond to the email. I'm going to do that today. And then next, I remember we had another meeting. We had 3 meetings this week. We had Wolf and Badger, we had Rumble, and then we had the Morgan Stanley one. I haven't even responded to her yet. I got to see what she said. Because we had a meeting today, but she didn't show up for it, so I don't know what she's going to say about it. So she said something came up, and she said she's apologizing, and she hoping it's not indicative of our relationship as a business. She is the one that works at Morgan Stanley, and she kind of like knows the person that is the head of that division at Morgan Stanley. Like she runs that building more or less. So she also wants to get us in touch with someone that makes beeswax. So I'm not mad, but I'm not gonna respond. Give me 1 second. Oh, for sure. Funeral arrangements. Wait, you were gonna wait. Is that the meetings that you be having? You be having funeral arrangement meetings? Oof. Oh my goodness. My condolences. I know how that goes. And I'm just curious, as since your dad passed, uh, how do you feel about people telling you that they're sorry for your loss? Do you care either way, like one way or the other? Do you have like a preferred way of someone sympathizing or empathizing with you on that? It's fine. No. Yeah, the reason I ask is because oh, so yeah, the reason I ask is because I know when I lost my dad, it was annoying for people to say to me that they're sorry for my loss or whatever, because I felt like it wasn't intentional. I don't think it was. It's kind of just a saying, but at that point, I have to now console the person when I'm saying, "Oh, it's fine," Thank you. Like I didn't like doing that because I just felt like, you know, I'm the one going through something. So to me personally, my best response when someone has a tragic situation happen to them is to just kind of not act like it didn't happen, but just try to make them feel better. Like if they like ice cream, buy them ice cream. If they like to laugh, make them laugh. Just do things that make them feel better instead of like pretending or not pretending. Like what is the phrase? What do they call it? I can't think of the word for it, but it's just kind of everybody says this thing to everybody. So that's why I like to just be like, oh, let's go to the movies, or let's laugh about this thing. Okay. What was I gonna say? All right, so I responded to her, and now I got to see the other person that respond to her email. Um, oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's another one too. I could see how that would be annoying as well. Like I said, I think people don't really know what to say when things like that happen. They don't. I think it never happened to other people, so they don't really know how to respond. And I've been there. Um, but for when it's happened to me before my dad passed, normally if somebody told me something happened to them like that, I would just kind of talk with them. I would just like, a lot of times I've had friends come to me if I had one friend, his brother had passed, another friend, his mom had passed, and I just kind of talk with them. Like, if they want to talk about their mom, we can talk about that. If they want to talk about, just, why is life like this, we can talk about that. If they want to talk about basketball, we talk about that. It's just whatever at that moment I feel like makes them feel better is kind of my go-to thing if somebody has had a tragic situation like that. Rumble cello. See, I'm still responding to this email from the Rumble person. Thanks so much for the credits, and yes. Oh, and they gave us credits to work out at Rumble. I think we could do it for free. I think. So there's that. And then I don't know if I told you about this too. The other guy, for the company called Triple Whale. Oh, that's good. I like that. Listen, you can't go bad with food. I feel like you can never go wrong with food. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know people go through that when they have grief. I'm like, for me, I do nothing. Like I watch TV. I just really watch TV. It's funny. Yeah, my thing is I just watch TV. With my food, I would probably be I'm definitely a pizza guy. If something happened to me and it was tragic, if you got me pepperoni and pineapple Papa John's and a good TV show, I would be in heaven. I'd be like, thank you so much for this. Like, you really know me, understand me. I feel great right now. Like, I would just be sitting there, eat my pizza, don't need to be bothered, and just chilling. And then who else? Oh, and this other company. I don't know if I kind of touched on it before, like last week, I think. It's called Triple Whale. So there's an event that they have that the guy who runs their podcast, he said he gave me like a discount for it after we had like a call, and I want to do it, but I'm like, I don't know how much. I don't know what the cost is. Let me check again, because I'm like, the cost and the date are the big ones for me. 'Cause I think it'd be very valuable. It's a what is it called? It's an e-commerce situation. Triple whale. Here it is. Okay, here it is. So he gave me 30% off of the discount code, and it is April 10th. And it cost. How much does it cost? $360. So 30% off of that would be. I feel like I could come up with that. 360 times 70%. That's 250. I feel like I could do 250. I feel like I could. I think by April 10th I should definitely have 250 that I could put towards that for sure. So y'all might hear about me going to that conference in a couple of weeks. So that'd be kind of cool. I haven't been to an actual conference for my business before. So keep my fingers crossed that we get to do that. Check my list for anything else I want to talk to you guys about. My uncle. Oh. Oh yes, last two things. I finally updated my bookkeeping, so I've been really excited for that because I hate to try and manage money when I don't have money coming in. I feel like I'm just like wasting times. I feel like with like if I'm making like $100 a week, trying to manage that to me is ridiculous. Just because I'm not spending that much, and I can't really manage it anyways. Because like if I have 100 and I have to buy groceries for 100, why am I trying to like manage $100? So now that we're making more money, I can actually go to my bookkeeping, and do that. So let me see. Right now, I'm up to date with. I literally just finished March. I had to do the last 6 months. Let me see. I'll show it to you guys. I had to do September, October, November, December, January, February, and March. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So last 7 months. It's still a little bit more tweaking because I made a separate spreadsheet for it, so the income is not here, but the expenses are. So in March so far we spent about $4,000. What has happened in week 4? That is from the 18th to the 24th. Where is that? 18th to the 24th. Was there any big purchases during that time? I don't see any big purchases during that time. That's weird. Oh, I had to pay my sister for loans, and yeah, that's it right here. So this is $700 between storage unit. Yeah, I love spreadsheets. It's so funny looking at it now because when I first started making them, I really didn't know like where to start, and now they're like so intertwined and convoluted and connected to this, connected to that. So yeah, right here $700, and that's 700, and that says I spent 1,600 that week. That basically 1,700. So if we listen, that means we're make. Oh, I want to check how much money have we made this month because it's almost over. We have like 2 more days left. So if I go to Square, so this month we have made just on Square $3,967 on Square, which is 144 sales, and then on the website.
I need to stay here, guys. Okay.
That's fine. And then on Square or Shopify, I mean, we did. Let me see what we did on Shopify. I can check my phone for that too. On Shopify. We did $715. So $715 plus $3,900. Yeah, about $4,600. That's not bad. I used to kind of sell them for Turo a little bit, but then I didn't really like go full hard and like full throttle into it. But yeah, they're very like if I go to the candle one is ridiculous because of how much stuff is involved in it. And I want to have a dashboard, which I'm still kind of working on. I started it, but I didn't finish it. But on here, it has each location that we sold at and like the numbers for it, for the pop-ups, Grand Bazaar, and then grants or whatever. I should delete this because this is not even that. I can delete this one. And then these are connected to this, which I've been doing since 2022, which is just like all of the sales that we've had since then for each product, and then how much the profit costs. And then the profit number, well, the profit number is connected to this other page, which is, where is it? To this page here. And then this page is connected to the order log page, so I know how much each candle costs as the price either goes up or go down. So it's like, and the worst part about it is the fact that if I change one thing, it will mess up like other stuff. So that's kind of annoying. And then my least favorite tab on here is where is it? I don't know what it's called now. Oh, this one. So this is the most complicated one because it has like colors that'll change by inventory, how much we have, and then it has like what the candles are made of, whatever. This one I like the least because I have to change it so often since the freaking we keep changing how we make money. So it just changes very often. Oh. Listen, I wanna bring the vlogs back. I love vlogging. Like I enjoy vlogging, and honestly, I don't mind editing either. I don't mind editing. Like I do have a love-hate relationship with editing. The love part is I love to like create a story in the video. I love to see what people like to watch. I love that. I hate editing because it takes away from us making money from the craft fair or the selling at the park. So that's where we're at now. So when we make more money, I can take more time to do the vlogs better. So that's where we kind of at. But listen, I want to bring the vlogs back too. Like sometimes I'll be in the park, I look up vlogs. I'm like, Donovan, don't vlog. Do not vlog. You are here to make money. Don't vlog. So now, I don't know if y'all seen this, what I've been doing is this. So I do like baby mini vlogs. So let me show y'all one of these. If you have an Instagram, you might have seen them already. Right. Hey, yeah, exactly. Oh my. So you know, you a YouTuber. You know. This is whew. So these are the last 3 that I made, right? And they're doing pretty well on here, which I think is cool because I think most of y'all will probably, I'm assuming this, but what I've seen is a lot of business pages for their product usually don't get a lot of likes. And they have like a lot of followers, but the likes usually are very small. I think because people don't really know, it's like a picture of your product. What do I like about it? That it's there? I don't know. So like this one has 7 likes. This one has 7 likes. This one has 4. This one has 11. This one has 16. But this is my cat. Listen, if she lets edit it, let me know. What's her rate? So these are like 8 likes or whatever. This one has 7 likes and 6 or whatever, right? So this one has 57 likes. This one has 36 likes. This one has 31 likes. So this is very abnormal in a business page, at least for us, right? So what I've been doing is I've been kind of vlogging the days when I'm at the park, and I use vlogging very loosely. So this is what this one looks like. So there's this guy that was he's amazing. He can like carry things on his head. He'll put a tire in there and ride around with it. He'll ride a bike with a garbage can on his head. It's crazy. And then I don't know if can I hear this? I think I could hear if I do this. Building your game. They're making a game? What game? That's what? They're making a game. What kind of game?
I like games.
Do you need somebody to test it for you? What kind of game is it? Where's the sound for this? Okay, here's the sound. You hear the sound? Can we see the game? Like an early release? Wait, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see none of this? That's crazy. I've been talking this whole time. Alright, so I was saying before is that this had, look, 10 likes, 16, 7 likes, 7, 4, 11, 8, 8, and 6. Right? So this is the video that I'm making now. It's more like mini vlogs. So this dude right here, he rides around with the garbage can on his head with garbage in it. And he will sometimes put a tire inside of that garbage bag or garbage can. I mean, he's doing it with 1 foot. This is crazy. So then,
my name is MBur. My favorite scent is room service. So good. My favorite self-care, like way to wind down, is cleaning my room, organizing my space, lighting a candle, some incense, and just vibe.
Okay.
My name is.
So then people were dancing in the park when I was there.
Hi, I'm Anissa.
She wasn't working favorite scent?
So my favorite scent, I'm actually holding it because I was so excited.
What happened? So yeah, so that was her.
It is people watching. It is just delicious, so springy, and it's hard to pick between all of these, but if I had to, people watching is my favorite.
And what do you do for self-care? What's your one go-to thing?
I walk around Washington Square Park, where MBur is located, and you all must run here. And I just walk with this little guy, Max. This is
hey, Max.
The boy, the bubba.
So then people with the candles and stuff. What am I missing? That's amazing. He's making the game. That's crazy.
My name is Victoria. My favorite scent is retail therapy, and I love cleaning for self-care.
Cleaning, that's your self-care vibe?
That's my self-care.
Okay, some more people with the candles. People was talking more about what they like to do, and just another vendor who was there. So that's kind of what I've been doing for, these. And I've heard that carousel do well on Instagram. That's why I started making these, and they're being received pretty well. So I like that. So these are what I do now for the vlogs. Lanisa Mary, check it out. L-A-N-A. Am I spelling this right? Hey, what is that? Can you read that?
What?
The name. Didn't not see his name. Spell it.
Where?
It says
NACIA. Is that what you mean to spell?
yeah, but then it says her other account. Some other account, Lacia Marie, I think it says. You see it? It's the third message from the bottom up.
Oh, L-A-N.
L-A-N.
A-C.
A-C.
I-A.
I-A.
M-A-R-I-E.
M-A-R-E. Oh, okay. Subscribe. Oh, it's the wrong channel. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so like I said, that's what I've been what I have been doing now. Founder, anybody's here. It's her channel, one of her channels. Oh, Tammy. So we have, and it's so crazy too, because we had already, we were probably 6 weeks, almost 2 months behind. So we already have 8 weeks of videos edited. Don't worry, princess, we got you. We gonna come through with the bangers, and when we finally start posting them again, they gonna be slapping. They gonna be so crazy, cause for one, we'll be in a better environment. So we'll have our own space to do things. We'll have more money to do things. What is that? That's the thumbs up sign. We'll have more money to kind of like focus on it and make the content better. And the original plan with all the content was, the better our life is, the better the content is. And I felt like it was getting to a point where they were kind of like at the same point. And I felt like we had to do something to kind of bring our life up more so the content can be better. Because all the vlogs that have us doing stuff are the better vlogs because we're doing more stuff. But we had to get to that point to do that, to do more, to get bigger, to, either have more sense, add more products, go different places. All that requires money, but you were not making that much of doing it. So, that's the vibe for that. I'm excited because I love YouTube. I do love YouTube. I love the analytics behind it, and I want to get back into editing it. But let me see. I think that was all I had for today. Do her first craft fair. Oh wow, that's interesting. Did you what channel was that? Because that might not even been on this channel. If you watch that video, was that on that channel? Your first craft fair?
No, it's on this one.
That might be on a MBur project channel. I don't even know if you saw that or not.
Because this is the MBur project channel.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first one. This is almost at 2,000 views.
And I just got a text from Donovan to say that she works in the Army part-time, so she has to go to her base this weekend, so she won't be able to do the craft. I'm gonna do that. Like so. Right now, I'm at a place where I can email the people and tell them, never mind, I can still do it. Can't something push through, so.
Matic, just walk with us. Conscious. Talk with us. See, we be painting pictures and we be writing scriptures. Right.
Oh yeah, this was a MBur project channel. This is the first time
we was in the heights. OG tried to sell me Cartiers. With my crown, we some kings like a card in solitaire. Sticking to the script, that's what got us here. If you in the way, we stepping down like a barber chair. We was all downstairs, Marley vibes till the smoke was clear. Nephew came in, told him, boy, yo, go upstairs. Listen for the kids, yeah, cover ears. Had to put in order all of my fears. Now when I step out, I'll be well prepared.
Yo, pop out anywhere, yeah, we was never scared, yeah. We was everywhere, yeah, but you was never there. People love to come.
I think it gives it a different look. And then I was thinking like,
Is she underneath there?
yeah, she's under here. But she's not really doing trying to eat the thing, bite the thing, she just under it. So I was thinking like, I like the idea of like, these like luxurious looking curtains behind it. So I think a curtain rod.
We just always did our thing. Every year we took the stairs. Back when Bill ain't have a bed, we will always volunteer. Now we young pioneers, yeah, they see us switching gears. We some future billionaires, repping Brooklyn everywhere. So it's R.I.P. to Pop, they know the smoke will never clear. Word.
Still on track, never off the trail.
Always bounce back, yeah, we still prevail.
Got our weight up, now we tip the scale.
Now we way up and we living well.
All we do is win they wanna see us fail.
Me and Dell.
Like we were talking about with Princess's video earlier, where sometimes you don't go back and watch these things for a long time.
Right.
This moment was like the trajectory of whether or not we would do craft, like we would even probably have the candle business or not. Because at this point it was like, okay, Melissa, I think we were supposed to do the craft fair. Then we decided not to do it. Then she said she was gonna do it. Then I think my sister could have helped. So she didn't do it. Then we're like, okay, it's COVID. Do we do it? And it's like, all right, what are we gonna do? Are we doing it or we not doing it? And that decision took us on the path that we're on now. So I just think that we don't look at it.
Yeah.
We don't watch the videos.
This was definitely a make it or break it.
Right. It was literally that.
It was literally like, it's the first, because we were having no online sales, not a single one.
So.
I think I was crying in this video.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was literally right here. Where was that? It was right here.
Yep.
So we had a car also. So I'm gonna let them out too.
I was so stressed.
And it's hand painting these. Ooh, what's this? Do we use that one?
Yeah. I ran out of paint, so it was a different type of paint on that one.
Oh.
But yeah, we still use it. What time is it?
It is 8:46. You supposed to be there at 9?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. Well.
She didn't call me, so.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it. I'm telling you guys, we have so much heat. Oh my God. Because when we finally get over the hump, I know I was saying this a lot. When we finally get over that hump, and we could make content and reference older content and make a lot of shorts out of this stuff. I'm telling you, it's crazy. There's so many videos, and me and Melissa laugh about this all the time. We're always talking about how crazy it is that we have so many different sagas of our life on YouTube. We have when we met, when we went to Italy is on here. Then we have honestly our first beginning of making YouTube videos. Then we have the basketball. I was playing basketball outside. We have the Turo, the Airbnb, the wholesaling saga. And I feel like a lot of those sagas are very in-depth sagas. Then we have the whole podcast from then into now. And then we have the house flipping. Then we have now we in the candle era. It's just crazy to me. And when we get over the hump, that will show how valuable those other videos are.
I'm just thinking about the side quests.
Which side quest?
Bruh. Production assistant.
Right. Yeah. He's trying to eat all underneath the thing over the other thing. But yes, so that is all for today. I think I had a fun time on the live, and I said all the time I love this way more than the actual podcast. At some point I'll have multiple podcasts. Probably one where I do a live, maybe another one will be maybe I talk to someone in an edited situation. But I love making content, so I'll always make content my entire life. I always will be doing it. I'll never stop. So, you know what it is? #MBur Project 2024. Changing your environment. And with that being said, MBur Project out. I'm telling you, the kids watching the videos is gonna be crazy. That's gonna be even crazier. It's gonna be even crazier. But shout out to y'all.